Hey beautiful friends, when I finished writing my book Flying Without Wings, my higher guidance and my spiritual crew said to me, we want you now to please write a course. And I said to them, there's heaps of courses out there, like self-love courses and everything, so great courses, so why do I need to write a course? And they said, think about everything that you would have loved to have over the past 10 years and more on your journey that wasn't in one place, where you had to go and try this and do this and go to workshops here and healing classes there and all this sort of stuff. And they said, think about what wasn't all together, and also what sent you off path, what took you longer to learn, that sometimes things do need, we do need to experience things, but other times we don't. And so they said, think about what you would have loved to have all in one spot. And I'd always been saying that to them, and it was kind of like, there's a lot of self-love, self-empowerment courses, which are amazing. And then there's all about energy courses. And then there's also places you can go and access the information of how to tap into your metaphysical gifts and all cosmic awareness and connect with the archangels, masters, senders, masters, Jesus, all of those. All of the higher divine realms and the cosmic, pure divine God consciousness energy, all of that, learning all about that. So, but they said to me, there's really nothing all in one place. And these are things we need to learn. So we can go off and do a self-love course, and that's amazing. But what I learned on my path is that if you don't understand energy and you don't know how to implement and understand the cosmic awareness part of it, tapping into your metaphysical gifts, actually you can do all the self-love work in the world, but if you don't understand how to access your higher divine light being, your divinity that you are through your higher selves and cells, because there's several parts and aspects to your higher self, and if you don't understand how to integrate that into your body, how to access that in the first place through your soul, your heart, which is your portal to that, then if you're doing one without the other, then it really doesn't come together. And when I was been coaching so many people out there over the last so many years, I kind of noticed that even though I had integrated it all over the years, discovering this bit and then, I better now take the self-love path and I better do this and I better do that, I realise there's a lot of people out there that are on their path but not understanding that it all needs to come together as one. So they're either on their path because I've coached a lot of people in soul connections, soul flames, and they haven't understood how to access, which is so important, how the energy works and how to access that with the cosmic realms and who they are as a divine light being, or some that are on the self-love path but are not tapped into their metaphysical gifts. So, I understood what Spirit was trying to tell me. So I went, okay, so let's do it. So Raise to Your Divine Self was born, and it is a self-love course in it as well, with over 20 modules, which also have exercises, and I've covered everything like from A to Z to get to the depths and peel back, because self-love is like peeling back the layers of an onion. People say, oh, I love myself. And, when I'm coaching them, I see that, oh goodness, there's still worthiness issues. You're still in fear about this or that, you still have limiting beliefs. You're still trying to fill your cup up with external things, people, places, and situations. So, and I've experienced all this as well. So I tapped into my higher wisdom with all my earthly experiences as well on my journey. And that's what Spirit said to me. You can take your experiences in the physical form, plus tapping now into your wisdom, your higher power and metaphysical gifts that you have established. And honestly, I'm still learning too. And you can create this course. And with the help of us, and the help of when I was working in the Akashic records and all of that, I was able to bring through the vital key elements and points that people need for ascension, for growth, for self-love, for healing, for empowerment of their divine true light, and opening their heart and keeping it open, because a lot of us open it and then, you know, we do this 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know, it's hard to, well, it's challenging. I won't use the word hard, but it's challenging to keep that balance. Okay, so self-love course plus another component on all about energy, another component on cosmic awareness, just what I was explaining, how to tap into that pure divine source energy, how to determine, you know, what is a fake energy, what is pure divine source, how to protect yourself, or protect your energy, I should say. But you know, coming from, you need to go into it to understand what I'm trying to say. But understanding how to connect with your higher divine crew, understanding all about masters and archangels and the higher realms, the spiritual realms, the angelic hierarchy, all of that. Plus, I have also put a component in there for soul connections. So those on a soul flame path, one soul connections, those that high-end soulmates, whatever it is. The energy is very different with the one soul connections. So I've explained all about the energy and energy transfer and how to balance that. Lots from my own experience and what my higher self and my divine crew have showed me over the years. It's like delicate surgery. It really is. So I've brought all that into it as well. Lots of things that are not talked about. I don't really resonate with that twin flame old 3D template, so it's to help you get out of that and also and come into that oneness and balance together. Without any of that, and and also for calling in your soulmate, your higher divine primary soulmate. So there's all that as well. Plus, there is meditations. There is quite a few. There is also protections, light work. There's heaps. It's also in audio as well. So I've actually created it in PDF format and audio. So for those that love to listen and not necessarily read all the time, of course the exercises, though, you might prefer to download that and print that out and do the exercises. Maybe, you know, I kind of talk in there about removing yourself as much as you can from technology when you're doing these exercises, because you're tapping into yourself. So, but yes, so it is in audio format as well as PDF. The people that have purchased this course and given me feedback, I have to say, have been astounded. They just thought they knew that they love my work and they knew that it was going to be good, but they just, you know, thought it would be like other self-love courses or energy courses or whatever, or what they've heard on podcasts, etc. But they've come back and said, wow, this is amazing. And everyone has said it has transformed their life, you know, and I'm very passionate about this, like I get into the drama, but it's transformed their life. And that makes it, you know, I'm just so in love with hearing that, because I created this course, let me tell you, obviously, I am worthy of an energy transfer with money, but I didn't create this course from the purpose of, oh, okay, what's the next step? I need to put something out there to make income. I didn't. I would never even have written this course or thought about writing this course if it wasn't for my higher divine crew that said, please, we want you to do this course and this is why, and I've explained why. So I am so enjoy and just love hearing the feedback. I love watching people transform their lives. I've had people bought it, purchase it that I knew, that I'd coached, and they said, wow, you know, the actual words were, you know, other coaches that they've dealt with or other courses that they've done have knocked down the walls. They've opened the doors, but you knock down the walls. And of course, it's not just me that knocks down the walls, it's you yourself that is doing the course, that is doing the work. So I say, if you do this, it's like an A to Z. If you do it from start to finish and do it at your own pace, I understand you may get triggered and you may want to pull back and whatever, but as long as you finish it and you keep sort of pushing yourself, your beautiful self, to face those things that you're learning, and I call it the A to Z. If you do that from start to finish, I guarantee it'll transform your life. You'll not only know how to live from your heart and soul, but you'll also know how to stay in that, living from that in every moment. You'll have an awareness, we're all human, so you'll have an awareness that your ego might be popping up. But the awareness is key, and you'll actually not just learn your default. So with all the programming and conditioning that we're taught from birth and the patterns, they're our defaults. So I teach you how to erase those. And the new default that you want to create, that your energy defaults to, is the unconditional self-love, is coming from your heart and soul, okay? This is your gateway. This is your portal gateway to your higher divine being. And that's why we called it Raise to Your Divine Self too. And that wasn't even my title. I said, what will I call it? And they said, Raise to Your Divine Self. So I've rambled on enough about it. If you would like to learn more, you can go to my website, or if you're on my website now watching this, tap through to the course and I give more of a description. And you can then go through to the shop and you can purchase it. And honestly, I guarantee you that, like I said, if you do it from start to finish, even if you're doing bits, like I've had people that have done bits and went, whoa, I had a beautiful friend that was struggling the other day, and I gave her complimentary, I gave her two of the modules out of the self-love course. And this lady has been on a really expensive retreat, like self-love retreat before, she's paid thousands of dollars worth. And she did these couple of modules, and she messaged me and went, oh my God, Callie, I had no idea that you were that amazing. Thank you. But I had no idea that, she said, it just blew her mind. Like, she was so amazed at just in how those two modules transformed her, and she saw everything in a different light. And so that's when I said to her, well, imagine what the whole lot will do for you. So anyway, so I'll leave it there. And love to you all. And I hope that you do take this opportunity to look at the course and take it up and do it and help it to transform your life into your higher divine being that you are. Much love, light, gratitude, and blessings.